I'm going to stop complaining about how every update needs to fix their relationship. Because I realized after listening to one of the show's listener named Heavens underscore night from Instagram has pointed out to me that this is going to be a long series. Their relationship would not be fixed in a matter of chapters. We are still going on the same night where Nakyum just woke up after being kidnapped. So the happy ending that a lot of listeners are expecting is really far away right now. Let's savor the journey and enjoy this awesome series together. Before we get started, I just want to remind our viewers that if you like seeing more yaoi content and would like to support this channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Feel free to message me in my Twitter or Instagram at ZEALED FUJOSHI, which I'll be using to interact with viewers about more yaoi content. If that's something that interests you, feel free to follow me at ZEALED FUJOSHI. Finally, this video will contain explicit content and a lot of manhwa spoilers. With that in mind, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, without further ado, let's jump into chapter 64 of Painter of the Night. This chapter started out with the ending of chapter 63 where Mr. Kim is heading out. We would find out that he wasn't really heading straight to the doctor, but to the storeroom where Nakyum and Seungho are located. This is throwing me off a little bit because his excuse was he was looking for Seungho to ask for permission to go see the doctor. But he heard some noises in the storeroom, and if it makes me wonder whether he was really just there to check on the noise, or was he there to check on Nakyum, expecting that Nakyum was all alone in the storeroom, that maybe he would ask Nakyum directly about his disappearance the previous night. And I don't know, I just find it fishy that he was close to the storeroom where Nakyum was being held captive by Seungho. Because if he really was just really looking for Seungho to ask for permission to see the doctor, I would expect that this would be in a different building than the storeroom. But I don't know, like no one really knows where each room is located. But we all know that this is a very big residence. So I kind of find it weird that he was checking the storeroom rather than the main building where Seungho usually is. There's also a possibility that maybe Mr. Kim knows that Seungho was with Nakyum already in the storeroom. But if he did know this, he should know better that since they're alone together, they'd be doing something together. So, he's bound to see something, which he did actually. Mr. Kim caught Seungho and Nakyum doing the Oompa Loompa dance, and I'm pretty sure he got terrorized for the rest of his life after seeing that scene. And after we heard Mr. Kim's explanation and why he was there, we're back to Seungho and Nakyum, who decided that rather than going back inside the storeroom, decided to do their, public, extremely public display of affection. Which I would not go into detail anymore because it's tiring to see Nakyum suffer and sad. I really wish that Nakyum would just tell Seungho how he feels about Seungho. Let's be honest here. Seungho's being psychotic right now because he thinks that Nakyum rejected his love. I am tired of Seungho acting like a baby and acting so dramatic and believing whatever he wants to believe. I feel like this chapter was pointless. I was hoping that there would be more progression on Mr. Kim's investigation, but instead we are introduced to a new character in this chapter, and I can see a couple of reasons why she was added, but I think this conflict between Seungho and Nakyum can be easily resolved without new characters being added to this crazy series. There's already a lot of characters in this series, but who do you guys think this new lady is? Let me know in the comment section below. And for me, I think that this lady might be one of Nakyum's Nuna or big sister from Kisang, where Nakyum grew up with a lot of Nunas around. And for everyone else that doesn't know what Kisang is, this is like a district in Korea where they train courtesans, or Korea's version of a geisha from Japan. But this is, Korean courtesans. And all we know about this place is that Nakyum grew up with a lot of Nunas. And this same Nunas that took care of Nakyum begged Nakyum to leave Kisang and never to return to Kisang for unknown reasons. But I think this Nuna is introduced to us because she will try to help Nakyum, but I also feel like Nakyum will refuse and choose Seungho in the end. And maybe with some talking, we will finally clear this misunderstanding between Seungho and Nakyum, but we will see, because there's also the possibility that this Nuna might feel Seungho's wrath and anger, and there's a high possibility she could get hurt also. What do you guys think? Will Seungho and Nakyum ever clear this misunderstanding, and how do you think they'll be able to fix the misunderstanding? A little bit off topic though, did you see the Seungho trying hard not to kiss Nakyum? We were so close to a character development, and then tragedy struck, and we are back to square one. Nakyum was also waiting for Seungho to kiss him, but was shocked when Seungho didn't land the kiss. And for me, it was such a frustrating panel, because we know that the feelings are mutual, but they are hurting each other because they don't use their words. They don't talk like adult human beings, and this is so frustrating for me because they can finally have their happy ending if they just talk, but they refuse to talk. And my dear listeners, for whatever anger you're feeling right now, don't you all forget, this whole crazy event was all because of a mother bleep who asked for Nakyum to be kidnapped. Don't you all forget this fact. That B has as much as fault as Seungho. And I also blame Nakyum a little bit, if we're being honest, because he doesn't talk what he's feeling. He keeps everything bottled up inside. So this series is a whole hot freaking mess, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs right now. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to follow my social media to be teased about some of the boys' love that I'm interested in. Feel free to leave me a message and converse with me. I'd love to hear back from you. And don't forget to support the author. All the manhwa details can be found in the description below. Again, thank you so much and hope to see you next time.